and I am joining you from Clearwater, Florida, here in the United States. We're at the end of a tropical storm, which is amazing. I'm looking outside my window and we're nearing sunset, but it's sunny again, which is great. And I just want to acknowledge everybody initially for really taking the time, if it's tonight for you or if it's tomorrow morning, if you're in Asia and Australia, that you're making the time to be here. If this is the first time that you're joining us, you are in for a treat. You're going to learn about a phenomenal health breakthrough that is changing lives and will continue to change lives in ways we can't even imagine. It may be in a category of something that you didn't even know you didn't know about yet. So listen with an open heart and open ears. We have a phenomenal world leader authority on this breakthrough that we have the privilege to hear from tonight, and his name is Stevie Aquilina, and he's actually joining us live from Australia. So we're on multiple continents tonight. And so the flow of tonight is that Stevie is going to give us a phenomenal presentation. And then I'm going to come back in and we actually will hear from someone on a product experience, on utilizing this health breakthrough. And then I'm going to come in and wrap us up to just tell you how you can take advantage of these resources. And then we actually will have question and answer. So definitely write your questions down. And again, feel comfortable putting them in the chat boxes if they come up throughout the presentation. But we'll go for about 30 minutes and then have about 15 to 20 minutes to answer your questions. And then we actually then invite people that are educating people on this breakthrough to attend some special training at the end. And if you're a guest, you're also welcome to stay for that as well. So with that, Stevie, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Kayleen. And I just want to, give a shout out to you. Thank you for putting these together, holding these together, hosting these, giving me such lovely introductions. But you certainly are a tremendous leader in your own right and for your own team and globally for the world as well. And so I just want to appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. And good evening or good morning or good afternoon or g'day or hola or I don't know what you say in Singapore. I saw Singapore up there, but wherever you're from in the world, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I'm really excited to share this information with you. I'm just going to get a couple of housekeeping things out of the way first. Actually, I should, I can't see you guys. I can't see whether you can, oh, here we go. I'm lost. Sorry, just one sec.
Your screen is live and we can see it, Stevie.
Okay. I can't see anybody else though, so I don't know what's going on, but can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just do this. Before we get started, I must let you know that we're not making any medical claims here. What you're going to learn about this evening is not a cure or a treatment for any diseases. But what you are going to learn about this evening is something that does empower your body to do what it's meant to do. Empowers your body to heal itself. So let's get started here. What I'll be sharing with you is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime, a category creating breakthrough. Not unlike the magnitude of the discovery of DNA or penicillin, an exciting and entirely new frontier in science, unlike anything you've seen before, that for 2 decades, science had declared was impossible. A breakthrough with enormous potential, validated by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory studies, a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time, and drug companies wanted it shut down. Stick around and we'll talk about that just at the end. But before we tell you what this is, let me be very clear about what this is not. This is not a drug, thank goodness. This is also not a vitamin. It's not a mineral, nor it is not an antioxidant formula. This is also not secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juices, super shakes, essential oils, magic magnets, alkaline waters, electrolyte waters, laser lights, roots, magical 5,000-year-old tree, lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of the other really good stuff out there. What I want to be very clear about is what you're going to learn about right now is an entirely new and exciting and heavily validated new frontier in science that is changing the healthcare world as we know it. It's changing history. It's a groundbreaking breakthrough. ASEA REDOX cell signaling technology contains active redox molecules. These are the exact same cellular messages that are made natively within your body that affect gene expression in a positive way, helping to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, replace damaged cells, and keep your body's immune system working to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection, and keep your cells functioning at optimal levels. Why is this important? Well, we're all made of cells. We live and die, therefore, at the cellular level. Healthy cells means healthy life. However, with age, diet, stress, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental insults, our cells break down and our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. And as such, our cells break down even more. And so with it does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality diminishes. Now, ASEA takes science very seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and leading laboratories, proving the potential of redox signaling supplementation, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in every body. Now, ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translate to health at its most foundational level. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. Now, there's a lot of other genes that ASEA activates, but we just don't have time to go through it all right now. But I will tell you, additionally, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Lower oxidative stress, which is the precursor to just about every degenerative condition on the planet. And again, it's proven to be 100% safe. There are no toxicity. These molecules work in you all the time, every time, because they are native to your body. So you can't have a bad reaction to them. They're in your body already. You just don't make enough of them anymore. Now, any health challenge, and it's not just health challenges, also any health goal you can think of, redox users and doctors are seeing just remarkable results.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies. And this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Okay, so we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, but let's show you now what it looks like from the outside in, because you can also apply redox signaling molecules topically with our Renew Advanced products. Our Renew 28 and our Intensive Redox Serum are our redox products, and we also have complementary support products, all natural cleanser and a ultra replenishing moisturizer. But the proof really is in the pudding. So I want you to cast your eyes very carefully on the screen here, and you won't have to look too hard to not only see anti-aging effects, but in many regards, age-reversing effects. We're talking about elasticity coming back to the skin and lines and wrinkles being ironed out. We're talking about inflammations and irritations and aggravations and other signs of poor health being repaired, being restored, and even the aftermath of these very stressful inflammatory conditions. The scarring also being restored and replenished and brought back to the body's blueprint. Now, some people notice results right away. This is Rosie, and she had her first visible results, as you can see there, in 7 weeks, just using the minimum recommended amounts of the redox technologies. Now, another moral of Rosie's story is, as you can see here, the longer you use it, the more your cells heal and the better you'll not just look, but also feel. But Rosie didn't believe over those 7 weeks that the product was working at all. And it was lucky her doctor took pictures to prove that there were substantial changes happening. So moral of the story is, make sure you take accurate records of yourself inside and out so that you can see how this goes when you want to try this out and you say, I want to see how this goes. Now, some people take longer to notice their results. What we do know is that redox molecules work on and in you all the time. It would be scientifically impossible, therefore, for ASEA's redox molecules to not work on and in you too. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. So don't pull the plug too soon or you'll be wasting your time and your money, and we certainly don't want you to do that. Now, this is Dr. Marty Moran. He decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. And before I tell you which side he did and which side he did not use it, I'll give you some clues here. Have a look at the glasses, how they're slanting to one side. Have a look at how lines around the eyes and the cheek and the jaw are more prevalent to one side than the other. You'll probably notice around the nose and around the mouth and around the cheek that there's a little bit more sagging on one side to the other. So if you guessed that it was on the left side he used it or his right, you would be absolutely correct. And also confirmed from Dr. Marty Moran, that is the side of the bed that his wife preferred to sleep on during this experiment because she really digged the younger dude on the other side there. Now, it's not just for your face. This is ladies' arm, hand, belly. This is one that you know, a lot of people struggle with, you know, especially maybe mothers or maybe people who have been, you know, losing some of their weight. And also the Renew 28 in a clinical trial has proven to be able to reduce the appearance of cellulite. But in fact, not just reduce the appearance of the cellulite, but the gel in these clinical trials was proven to actually be dissolving the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite. Quite a remarkable finding. And it's not just for the skin. We have people who have internal challenges and concerns and worries, and they use the redox molecules outside in and also inside out and get tremendous results. This was a very sinister and worrisome problem for my good friend Sepp Hock, and he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Also, people who have muscle and joint discomfort, they get tremendous results with the Renew 28 as well. Now, with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. That is a historical truth. So let me show you why this is the most compelling opportunity in the world right now. First and foremost, ASEA is based in Nobel Prize winning research. In fact, if you went along to pubmed.gov, that stands for Public Medical Government, so pubmed.gov, that is the National Library of Medicine for the National Institute of Health. And this is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are posted. And if you typed in redox signaling, you would see there are well over 30,000 peer-reviewed medical studies that have been posted there. It's a very difficult slide for me to keep up with because there's more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month. There have been over 1,500 medical textbooks that have been written on redox signaling molecules, and they have their own medical health journal called Antioxidants and Redox Signaling. Now, ASEA is heavily patented. That means that we are without copycats. That means that we are without competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has, no one. And ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors, whether it be healthcare, wellness, whether it be athletic science, sports science, athletic performance, or whether it be beauty, skincare, aging, anti-aging, and longevity. Now, we want to help a lot of people, and we can't do that on our own. Now, our mission here is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. That is the mission of ASEA. And a part of the way that we do that is that we look for people to help spread the word and the good that the ASEA redox technology can provide. Now, ASEA, in return, gives you the opportunity to earn commissions just by sharing redox with others. You receive a residual income, not only from the ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA, but also from the ongoing purchases made by every single person they and others also refer. So just like when you recommend a good movie, restaurant, cafe, book, whatever, people tell people who begin to tell more people who then tell even more people, and you get the picture. It goes on and on and on. It can, especially with social media today, it can spread around the world. There's no limits. And ASEA is worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries, and we're opening up new markets almost every single year. And based on the existing trends, the annual turnover of ASEA is projected to exceed $500 million over the next 5 years. However, some business minds are saying that this is the company being very conservative and that $1 billion is very possible in the not too distant future. Now, what does this mean? Well, for people today, perhaps now more than ever, who might be looking for a replacement income or a supplement income or a topping up income, or just looking for an extra income, or maybe a part-time income, or I just want more time income, or a full-time income, or a big-time income, or maybe a legacy leaving income. For business-minded people, this is an opportunity to be paid a residual commission from the growth of this global expansion. There's nothing better, by the way, than making a living from bettering people's lives. Now, you also get to join forces with others who are also being a tremendous force for good in the world. And you can even be rewarded with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations around the world. Yes, all expenses paid, as you can see in some of the pictures here with my wife and I. And we've had the pleasure of spending really good times with good people like Kayleen and Callie on these trips as well. And you become really good friends. You really become like family, and you learn and you grow with these people. You become more with these people so you can do more and be a more of a force for good in the world. Now, I want to tell you, as I wrap up here, how this company evolved, where it came from, and why maybe you haven't heard about it already, and why you're definitely not hearing about it potentially from your doctor yet. Well, the redox signaling molecules in ASEA are so impactful on the human condition that pharmaceutical companies offered to pay millions of dollars for the sole rights to the technology. However, they wanted to see it to shut down and take everyone off REDOX for this payout. Thankfully, founder of ASEA and his son, Vertus and Tyler Norton, said no to the payout and yes to the people already experiencing the greatly needed and life-changing power of redox signaling molecules. And as demonstrated in this very first and important decision, and in every other since, ASEA always puts people and principles before ego and economics. And so I want to thank you for giving me just a little bit of your time today. Again, I stress ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. And I would invite you to start experiencing how you can live healthier, younger, and for longer. At the end of this presentation, we're going to have some time for a little bit of Q&A. But if you're watching this as a playback, if you're watching this as a video, then get back in touch with the person that invited you here and get your questions answered if you have any. But otherwise, we hope to be able to see your life being bettered with ASEA. Thank you very much, Kayleen. I'll hand it back to you.
Awesome, Stevie. That was fantastic. And I'm sure I learn every time I get to hear you present this. So with that, I want to bring on a very good friend of mine who I initially met through her father, believe it or not, but her name's Callie. And Callie is just, on a professional level is an incredible executive that's worked, in nonprofits and also has been a business owner with her husband and is a professional singer and comes from a family of incredible singers. And I've known Callie through periods of health and also through periods of her having health challenges. And so I wanted to invite her to share with you how this health breakthrough has made a difference in her life. So Callie, thank you for joining us tonight.
Just getting myself unmuted there. Hello, thank you, Kayleen. Hi, everybody. So basically I'm just going to give you a little bit of my story and history with ASEA. So about 3 years ago, Kayleen actually, she had moved to Florida and then she was coming back to Virginia where we were living at the time. And she wanted us to check out a product that she had found that was helping her. Now, the thing is, she didn't know at the time, and I didn't necessarily realize either, how my health was about to take a drastic turn. And, basically she kind of came to me right at the right time because I was kind of on a cliff and about to fall off of it health-wise. And so I basically went through quite a lot, which included many hospital visits. And, essentially the doctors had decided that I needed to be on medications the rest of my life. And, they wanted to do a pretty drastic surgery. So I was doing a lot of, researching of alternative methods and whatnot. And, around all this time, I was introduced to ASEA. And, it was definitely quite a road, but I will say I had incredible help from Kayleen, from Dan Doyle, and from, even Dr. Gary Samuelson, and there's such a community here that really helped to, make sure that I made it to the other side of what I was dealing with. And so I was basically, now no longer getting blood transfusions, not in the hospital anymore, able to sleep, able to have a regular diet. And then essentially from there, I knew I had to share this amazing technology, because if it wasn't for, Kayleen reaching out, not even knowing that anything was wrong, but just reaching out because, she knew something was wonderful here, I wouldn't be here being able to share this with you. And if anybody wanted, to specifically know what my exact things were going, you can always reach out to me and I can give you more specifics. Obviously on a kind of recorded meeting, I give you the sort of overview, but just know that it was quite a challenge, but everybody in ASEA really helped me to get through it. So I appreciate that.
Awesome, Callie. Thank you for that. Really appreciate you coming on tonight. I'm going to share my screen with you all really quickly. And again, if you're thinking of questions, get ready to put them in the chat box there. Hold on one second. Let me get into play mode here. Okay. So, and you know, I just want to reiterate too, as Callie communicated, or as we've said throughout too, that this product is not a treatment or cure for anything. What it really does is restore the body's own ability to heal itself. And I'm sure it's real to all of you guys. If you think about when we're little, how easily our body seems to know how to heal those scrapes and bruises and cuts and things like that. But because of stress and environmental toxins and all the things that Stevie went over, things can get in the way. And so the simplicity of these molecules is they really just turn on your own healing power again and make all the different programs or resources or things you might be taking advantage of to restore or maintain health to work better. So just to wrap up our official presentation, I want to go over with you all how you can make ASEA available to you. And this image just really shows you a summary of, you know, the molecules in the blue bottle or the drinkable form. To the far right, you have our white tubes labeled Renew 28. That's the topical gel. There is a phenomenal clean skincare, which you saw some before and afters as well, that work well with the topical application of the molecules. And then also we do have phenomenal nutrition that are the raw materials that work well with the molecules to make sure that your cells are constantly rebuilding, right? And if, you know, if this is the first time that you're learning about this, first of all, make sure you let the person know who invited you to this webinar that you did attend, because they may or may not be on the webinar with you. Thank them for inviting you. In my case, it was a total stranger that shared these health resources with me 3 years ago. So I'm so grateful, you know, that it was a man by the name of Maurizio who was a new friend, and then a total stranger from Australia by the name of Dan Doyle. So because of that, I have an incredible, way higher quality of life myself, both, you know, because of the business opportunity as well as my own health challenges that I was working to overcome. So you may be at the level, if you're going, great, I want to get started on the product, that you just want to be a phenomenal consumer on any of the product line, and, you know, experience better health. And you can buy it full price or you can buy it wholesale. And the person that invited you can go over that. I'm going to go a little bit over it. You might even go, great, I'd love to have my product paid for, and open up the account that allows you to also distribute and share the product. And with that, whether it's just to pay for your product, have part-time income, or even full-time income, or what we call legacy income, where you can literally change your whole lifestyle, all those options are open to you. And we have incredible systems and training and support and resources, from just making sure you're a happy consumer to making sure you're winning and building your own business, okay? Stevie mentioned too that you wanna not just try a bottle of this. So this graph represents the difference in someone just trying it for a week versus trying it for at least 90 days or a full 3 months. So you can see, you know, that it increases quite a bit in terms of a person perceiving that they have positive changes at the cellular level and throughout their body, even if they're super healthy and they're just taking it because they want to increase energy and have more vitality, right? So we really encourage you, particularly for the drink, if you're ready to try it, really commit to doing at least a 90-day trial. I always say 3 to 6 months. Don't just try a bottle. Don't ask someone for a bottle. We don't sell it by the bottle because of that, because we want you to really have your own certainty that the product works, right? This again just references the benefits of, you know, choosing to order the product at a wholesale price. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. You do save 25% off the full price of the product. So why not save money with the idea that you and family members are going to be on this product and really give it a good trial. So if you choose, there is just a pure wholesale customer account. And then there's also what we call the associate account that allows you to also distribute the product. And if you do choose to do that, there is a one-time fee that in the US is $40 US, and it would be the equivalent of the currency in the country that you reside in, whether it's euros or whatever your currency is. And then once a year, to maintain the benefits of that membership and all the things that come with it, there's a $25 renewal fee that comes with that particular account, okay? One of the phenomenal things I love about ASEA is that no matter what, in the first 30 days that you try your product, if you really find that you're not satisfied and you're getting it directly from a distributor who works with the company, not from a third-party website like Amazon or eBay, it's got to be through a distributor, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you got to, as long as you reach out to customer service, by let's say day 29, or your distributor, obviously to work with them, the company will fully refund your money minus the shipping cost, right? Now, keep in mind, we're asking you to do a 90-day trial, but the company really believes in the product, as do each of us as education consultants and distributors. And so we stand behind that money back guarantee. It lowers the risk, you know, to get you started. This is just a visual for when you go back to the distributor that shared a CO with you and invited you to come to the webinar. There are first-time enrollment packages, so you don't have to look at all the details of this. And the way these enrollment packages are combined or are priced will vary country to country. So this is the US, you know, as an example. But what's really cool is on your first order, you can actually buy product in bulk, especially if you and several family members are going to do your 3 to 6 month trial. Why not save money up, you know, ahead of time by bringing down the cost of the product? Plus, it sets you up to earn incredible, what we call loyalty points, where you can earn free product as well at a faster rate. And then when you're ordering, whether you directly order off of the person's website or they guide you through it, you can customize that first order. And that's just a visual of what this looks like, right? We call it the additional product. We do encourage you, when you open up your wholesale accounts, to do a very user-friendly auto ship or a monthly order, so you don't have to remember to order the product as you're doing your 90-day. You'll work out a product plan with the distributor that's working with you. And based on the amount that you both decide is the right amount to take for your health goals, having that monthly order set up, you don't have to remember, oops, it's time to reorder, and you get to really make sure you're staying on the product during the time that you're trying it out. And it's also very user-friendly and allows you to earn, again, product points to get free product, okay? I always love to end the, you know, with this quote. This is from our founder, Vertus Norton. And he is just gonna, I need to move. I've got a little bar that you guys probably don't see, but I see. So just gonna go to this last slide. And he says, we're at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world. Now that's just a little bit too, to really show you all the culture of our company, that we're way beyond just having a phenomenal breakthrough. We're really about changing the world one person at a time. And so I want to encourage you, if you didn't know about this health breakthrough, and this is the first time you've heard about it, don't sit on it. Take a moment tonight and get your questions answered during the time that we're available, and also the distributor that shared it with you. And even if you think right now, I want to research it more, great, we'll provide the research sites for you. Or you think, oh, it's not for me. You now know about it and know that it's important. It's an important factor as you think about your ongoing healthcare and just the natural aging process of your body. These molecules are real, they exist, your body makes them. You can't live without them. So take this knowledge and be an educated human being, you know, as you go out there and make healthy lifestyle choices. And, you know, consider sharing it with others and referring people to the person that shared it with you. Okay? Stevie, thanks for coming back on the channel again. So we're now going to go into our question and answer period.